So let me just start off by saying, my dearest Emily, I am terribly sorry for the delay of this video getting to you. The best explanation I can offer you, it's break. I mean, I watched the episode a long time ago, but it was with peaks, you know, so I couldn't do the whole like TV setup. Plus, I don't have my HDMI cable. But yeah, me and PK did watch it together. He's now a fan of the Goosebumps. I've been going through many an episode. And it's quite, I mean, I think I just need to say overall, as a series, I think what really brings it together is the child actors. These children are the best of the best. You find nothing better than what Goosebumps has cast for their lead roles. And that's all that it takes to make a truly great series, truly memorable series. Also, secondly, the internet was really slow. Even like getting the footage for the actual episode was a labor of love. The internet is way too slow. Look at that floating introspective face. What are you thinking? What are you looking at? Do you know, man? I know everything about children's cinematography. I ought to become it. I will evolve into a children's film. If I was a Pokemon, that would be my final evolution. A full-length children's. Before I jump into the bulk of this review, before I really tear apart and get at the deep implications of something so monumental as Let's Get Invisible, I'd like to, so let me just explain something to you, because I think you'll find this amusing. So I was like looking it up. Okay, you know, you go on Netflix, you type in, so I started typing in Goosebumps, but before I could finish typing it in, it was like, did you mean the movie Goose? Of course I meant the movie. I had to investigate. And it was devastating to me that this movie is Goose. It has the official title does have an exclamation mark in it. That Goose is not available in any form. So my new life goal is to sit down and watch Goose, starring Chevy Chase and some kid and some goose. Also, I totally forgot, but terribly sorry for the sound quality. You know, technology and stuff. I honestly don't know what's happening here, but this is what's happening. So all the clips have weird sound. Just get over it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. All right, now digging in. Okay, let me just start off by saying this house that they're living in, this external shot is just so quaint. I want to live in that house. That looks adorable. Let's dive into Noah, the character of Noah, this younger brother. Okay, he has no redeeming qualities. He is an annoying punk.
Boy, are you in for it!
At no point in the episode does he do anything that is remotely charming or likable. Also, there's like 3 shirts, there's like 3 different outfits.
Promise.
That you can tell some costume designer, it was like his last day on set. You know, he's like, screw this, I'm not buying good costumes. So this lovely jacket on the part of the mother, but we'll get into that more later. That outfit just made the whole episode. But anyways, so talking about Noah.
What are you looking at me for?
So this kid literally just does annoying things and is the most stereotypical annoying little brother ever.
Promise, Noah.
You want it written in blood or something? I promise.
So thank you for pointing it out, because this whole like left-handed thing, it was driving me crazy. This kid's so annoying.
Left-handers rule.
You can't swear with your left hand. It doesn't count.
That's for me. Left-handers.
Left-handers rule, I know.
But you know what? Tom Backen would be proud. Tom Backen loves those left-handers. Left-handers rule, man.
Left-handers.
Left-handers rule.
Let's talk about this shot right here. Is perhaps the most unattractive shot I've ever seen in any movie. Most unattractive shot, period. Right about here when he's just having this long moment where he stares into the mirror. It's at this moment I realize this kid's face really bothers me. With a burning passion. Something about his face, just like this lingering shot, I was like, wow, you're right. This kid does have a stupid face. Also, his hairstyle. That is so 90s. If some kid wore that today, you bet he'd get beat up. I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. But that hairstyle, just woof, man. Let's talk about the black friend. What's his name? You guys, what's the black friend's name? Okay, so I don't really have time to figure out what this rebellious black kid's name is, but we'll just call him Black Kid, because there's no other black people in this universe. That was racist. Maybe.
He didn't care. He had a ponytail till a month ago.
Didn't it hurt?
He and his father must be trying to go for, like, douchiest style award. Because his dad's apparently been rocking a ponytail forever. And now he's got this single ring piercing. I mean, come on, man. Like, really? Is this really what the cool kids are doing? And poor Max. If Max actually got his ear pierced, then he'd definitely get beat up. Look at that kid.
Okay, Mom.
Look at that stupid face. Let me just take a moment and relish this outfit. I mean, it literally just gets better throughout this scene. I mean, so she starts out, covering the sweater. She starts out covering this, like, jumpsuit with some, like, ordinary whatever. And then she removes the layer. And she puts on the orange glasses.
I have to pick some things up.
And she puts on the bike helmet. By the end of it, I'm just like, whatever you're selling, I am buying. Give me that outfit. While we're on the topic of this outfit, can we also talk about his mom's inexplicable obsession with biking? We only get 3 scenes of her, and in 2 of those scenes, she's obsessing about she's either going biking, cleaning her bike. This is unexplored character territory here. We don't know what her thing is with bikes. We just know she loves bikes or something. Can we just watch an entire episode about his mother's deep and profound love for biking? Perhaps she loves the environment. Perhaps she hates cars. Perhaps Big Oil killed her family. Her previous family. So, moving on. The shirt that this kid wears, this, like, blue, shiny, I don't even know what material this is, but that sweater plus this, like, blue, shiny shirt, these are the things that the guy's just like, there's no way this was ever in style. Like, there's no way someone in the right mind was like, this sweater, this shirt, perfect, bravo, look at me, I know how to dress people. This person probably doesn't even know how to dress himself.
Sort of scary. There's all these bright colors. It's all kind of fuzzy.
And it was during this scene right here that me and Parker actually started playing which drugs would he hypothetically be on. Guess what drugs he's on. I was feeling more weed. Parker's going more crack cocaine. This dinner scene is beautiful. Okay, we see the mother in a new light. She's no longer wearing her. This is the only scene we see her in where she's not actively biking or doing something about a bike. So she's just sitting there. Maybe she's thinking about biking. We don't know, but this is her out of her natural biking habitat. We also, I think this is the first time we've seen the father of this family. Also, can I point out this, like, soundtrack, this, like, jazzy little thing going on here?
We're starting without you.
You just get a couple of, like, done with this soundtrack, but you get a little glimpse into this quirky, normal family dinner. If this was taken out of context, who knows what would be happening. Seems more like a little sitcom. I expect a little laugh track. Oh yeah, also, and then there's this part.
When you guys were growing up here, did you notice anything strange about the house?
When you guys were growing up here, like up here together in this house, like both of his parents grew up in the same house together. That's strange, right? It's like people don't do that, do they? Like, shouldn't we explore this too? Perhaps it all goes back to the mother's deep and profound obsession with biking. Everything's about biking. Everything is bikes. I know it. I know it. Also, let's talk about this, like, mirror emotion. Spoilers. But, like, whenever people, they switch places with their reflection, why is it that, like, their reflections are incapable of, like, expressing emotion?
Just fine. You worry too much. Whatever you say, Max.
When you look into a mirror, you can convey, expression. It's like, hey. So then my reflection should be able to convey the same expressions I can. Or even if it's a reflection, you're just mirroring what I'm doing. So wouldn't then Noah's reflection, even in the real world, still be reflecting Noah? In which case it ought to be terror and panic and freezingness. So this is inaccurate, I guess. The science is iffy. More on that later.
Max! Max!
They never explain this, okay? They never explain why the mirror can talk to him. Because when Max is in the mirror, he's like, oh, you can't hear. But apparently you can, because he just heard something coming out of that mirror. So more flaws with this mirror, okay? So right here, the mirror, he gets pushed under the light and then gets flashed and teleports to Mirrorland or whatever we're calling this other place. But shouldn't the person who so far how the mirrors work is the person who pulls the lever goes invisible. It's pretty basic. That's the basic rule. Otherwise, that first time that the light was turned on, they all would have turned invisible, but it was just the person who pulled the lever. So now, going back to that, shouldn't Black Kid, how shouldn't he have gone to Mirrorland? But no, he's fine. So that doesn't make sense. And then, so there's my issue with this, is that why isn't the person who pulled the lever also go to Mirrorland? Why? I love his landing, this beautiful like swan dive he does here.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch.
Of course, it's not complete until you hit the ground, not 1, not 2, but 3 times. Parallel universes, man. In my careful analysis of the footage, I've realized that the Goosebumps people were so lazy that the logo on his baseball cap is the Goosebumps logo. This shot sequence here is just too close for comfort. Just way up in his face, totally.
No cares, no worries, no feelings. Given to the cold, Max.
I told you, I already have problems with his face. Okay? We don't need to continue with that.
No!
This kid's passioned no's throughout this.
No!
No! No!
No!
He is determined. I give him credit for that. This kid is not getting sucked into Mirrorland.
No!
This little creepy laugh he does here. That's a laugh of genuine creepy enjoyment. Which reminds me of a recent film I watched. Allow me to kind of get off track a little bit, but it is worth it. I recently watched Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
With my reindeer, Prancer and Dancer and Dunder and Blitzen and Vixen and Nixon. Danger grows with every minute. Let's get Santa Claus and blast off.
And throughout the whole thing, they're like, Santa just makes you happy. Santa you're just near him and you can't help but be happy. But this is how they thought it best portrayed on film.
Oh, poor man. He's fainted, just like someone who's seen a ghost.
We have another Earth person that wants to see you.
It's just strange. It's just him. I mean, you saw it, and it's so I put that in here to say there is only one creepier way to laugh, and that is without context at all. Just start laughing. That is an unedited clip of Santa just walking into the room, and then there's just like, we're having a great time, Santa Claus. Oh, and in case you're wondering, unlike Goose, Santa Claus Conquer the Martians is available for you on Instant Watch, as well as the complete version is also on YouTube. And if you are so desperate, I could always give you the downloaded file that I have on my computer. It was a true gem to watch. In only the rarest sense of a gem. So then he's running away from his reflection in this confusing little mirror world. Get that. Concept understood. So they just decide to kind of like in a Twilight Zone kind of way just start chucking random objects in there. However, what they decided went in there seems really... I have no idea what they're like. This seems like a good idea. That seems like a good idea. This door. Putting this door in here makes sense. Something to run for, something to reach for. Doors make sense. Everything else is just kind of like, we were just going for what... I don't know, what do we put in here, guys? Put a basketball hoop and a horse and baby dolls and things, man. Just put stuff in there. Let's talk about what's behind this door. This only logical thing in this universe is a bunch of people freaking out or having various emotions into a mirror. At first, I can't really make sense of this, because at first I was like, oh my gosh, there's other mirrors like this one where people can get trapped in. But then you see, oh my gosh, is that black kid's name Zach? Let's figure this out. I have no idea if it's Zach. That's, okay. So I'm like, oh my gosh, there's other mirrors. But then you see Zach's mirror. I'm gonna call him Zach now. I'm sorry. And it's not the fancy, whatever mirror.
I believe
It's not the same mirror that he got sucked into, okay? So that means that these mirrors are designing themselves. Whoever designs mirrors for the mirror world is quite delightful. So what? Are these the previous victims? No. I'll get to that in a moment. This mirror world here, this is a confusing place for me, as it should be for us all. Emotionally and logically. But I'm about to break this wide open. I watch this. I can't believe I missed this, but I missed the part where Zach's reflection got sucked back into the mirror. Totally, somehow my brain just deleted out that part. I was just like picturing, like, what if he didn't get sucked in? And then it's like he's got like a buddy, because like they could, there's no harm. Feelings are both where they want to be, hanging out in the real world together like a bunch of chums. And so I just imagined his reflection just running around pulling all kinds of shenanigans, like Let's Get Invisible 2, the sequel, where they're just hanging out with their reflections in the real world. But now, I'm gonna break open this mirror world, real world controversy, okay? So you have Black Kid, and you break the mirror, and he's out, okay? You see his mirror floating around. Now the
I believe
is broken, and he's safe, he's good. But then there's Noah. Noah started out, as I explained, a punk, a brat, very few redeeming qualities other than just being a generic, annoying younger brother that seems to be necessitated for Goosebumps.
Just fine.
Looking at that, having a brother who is like almost to a psychological extent does not convey emotions of any annoyance. Look at
Doing housework.
them. They're hanging out, they're having fun, doing dishes together, having a casual chat. That's better than what Noah was doing to him, jumping out of closets, being a punk.
Left-handers rule.
I don't really remember what Noah was doing, but he wasn't being nearly as nice as his reflection. Subpoint. Do you think I was just like picturing this? Okay, so I mean the reflection has to have a reflection. So since they switch places, I imagine that reflection would then be the actual Noah. With that in mind, would his like whenever reflection Noah looks in the mirror, would his reflection just be like blatantly angry, just like freaking out, like get me out of here, get me out of here, or just like I hate you, man, I hate you. Like how awkward that'd be to look in the mirror and just all of a sudden your reflection just starts flicking you off. More shenanigans that we don't get to see. But I don't think Noah was trapped in the mirror. I don't think the Noah we see in the end is reflection Noah. Emily, I have overanalyzed this way too much. Part of it being because loading takes a long time, so I've actually kind of seen this episode like thrice. Accidentally. And so we go through Mirror World, okay? Now, you see all these people, and you don't see Noah, but you do see Black Kid. Black Kid, you break the mirror, he's out, he's safe. You don't see Noah in the mirror, okay? He's just out there. And when you break the mirror, you don't see Noah in the mirror, okay? And when you break the mirror, only Black Kid comes out because you only saw Black Kid's picture, his frame in there. Where's Noah? You figure you break the mirror, you come out. Now, maybe your reflection needs to be in the room, in which case this is an easy switch. Just get your buddy Aaron, she'll apparently do anything to show up whenever. Get your buddy Aaron, drag him upstairs, and then just break the mirror again, because heck, it's a self-repairing mirror. That's pretty darn convenient now that you know the secrets of the mirror. You don't see him when you're in Mirrorland, and then he doesn't come out when you break the mirror. So now I'm just picturing this ending just being like, I've decided to throw with my right hand. I'm not answering to anyone.